All right. Let me check the video. All right. Hello. Welcome back, guys. What's up? All right. So, this should be the first episode that you guys are here or seeing or listening to. I was thinking this weekend, or like trying to plan out how I was gonna do this, or like release this. Basically, what happened, I guess for context. So I'm gonna pretty much start putting together these videos. Give a little introduction at the start here, before we like get into stuff, but. Pretty much what happened was when I initially got kind of like my plan for this video format, like I went out, took some field footage and some pretty cool photographs, and that was July 30th. Yeah, July 30th. So, which is 2 weeks ago from right now. So like I went out, took some field footage and photos and stuff, but I didn't like record. I was still trying to figure out how I wanted to kind of like format these videos and stuff. So I didn't like record an intro on that day. So that's kind of what I'm doing now. So basically what you'll see in this video, like the field footage and the photos, we're going to be going over. They're from 2 weeks ago from today. But I still figured, I was like debating like, oh, do I want to include it or not? And I figured like may as well, like, I took the footage out there, or that was the first day that I actually had recorded field footage of. I just didn't record an intro or anything because I was still planning in my head how to do this. So I was like, well, may as well just start with this set of photographs because it's the earliest date that I have all the recordings from and such. So yeah, July 30th. So that was like 2 weeks ago. So yesterday, which was Saturday, today's Sunday, August 13th. So yesterday I actually filmed, which should be episode 2 within the series, or this season. And it should all come under like the fall season for this. I'm starting with fall because it's basically end of summer right now. I just think it'd be kind of, I don't know, irrelevant to start like the seasons out as like the first season being summer when I don't know. It doesn't make sense to start a summer season when it's August, like mid-August, coming in on September right now. So I just figured this will be the fall season. And then we'll move into winter, obviously. But fall will start it off. So yeah, this will just be the little intro for that day. So obviously it was 2 weeks ago, but that's still early enough, recent enough that I can remember, like, and give you some commentary on it. But pretty much, I mean, that was, I forget if it was exactly a Saturday or Sunday, but went up, had the plan it was a pretty hot day, as you guys will see in the field footage. Very sunny and just hazy. I don't know the exact temp, but it was hot. I planned on, I wanted to hit the bluffs a little bit, and it was really just kind of a pretty casual hike, relatively close. So wanted to hit the bluffs, and it was to a spot I'd never been before. So I just wanted to check out what the views were like up there. But along the way, got some really cool kind of footage and photos and stuff. It was just very, very like just lush greenery. Everything was, end of July. So Everything was super green. Um, yeah, I mean, it was a relatively tough climb. Not too bad though. I think in the footage you'll see I kind of messed up, and I didn't. Again, it was like my first time in this location, so I didn't really know what it was going to be like. But I definitely should have wore pants. Definitely should have put some jeans on. I think I was only wearing shorts. I mean, and you'll see. I mean, when you're going through woods like that, and you're in that type of environment, I mean, you don't want to be wearing shorts because there's these little things called ticks that are not fun. You don't want to get those. So definitely should have wore jeans or something. But I guess that helped a little bit with the temps. But yeah, I got some pretty cool photos from this trek. Honestly, kind of surprised me a bit. Like you'll notice in the footage, I kind of touch on like I don't really go out a lot of the time intentionally to like aerial photograph spots. To like what am I trying to say? I don't intentionally go out to photograph in locations that are really high up to get very high vantage point, angles on things. I don't really like, to me, and this is just a personal preference thing, as obviously like anybody who takes photographs or kind of has it as a hobby, like everybody kind of has a genre or a format, a type of photos that they like to take, and I've tried tons of different types and ways of taking photos. I've just found, for me personally, like there's when you're up and getting, if you're going for like high vantage point photos, you're getting up in like you're either like on a hill or at the top of a building, whatever, just like high vantage point angles, right? Like usually, yeah, like there's like a couple, you can usually obviously get like one or two, maybe three like really cool photos of the actual scene, like the vantage point overview scene. But I found it's hard to get a lot of variety. Like it's hard to, at least for me, like I like to photograph things with a lot of different, like I guess just I like to photograph a lot of different things with different, different framings and different kind of like points of focus and subject matter and things. And with high vantage point shots, like you just don't get a lot of variety, I find. Like you'll get to the spot that you want to shoot, take a couple photos of the view, and usually that's pretty much it at that point. It can be kind of hard to, I guess get a lot of different types of photos in that type of spot, unless you're out there, sitting there for like all day, and you get, the whole spectrum of sunlight throughout the day. But I'm not gonna do that. But I guess whatever. That's an aside. I still had a good time, just hiking up there, getting some cool photos. But this has been a long enough intro. Yeah, let's cut to some field footage. We are walking up through the oaks, and it is lush. I think I just heard a car. Let me try and flip this damn camera. Walking up, lush as ever. Forgot to bring pants. I'm just in shorts and a t-shirt right now. Surprisingly, the bugs are not that bad. Knock on wood. Oaks everywhere. Oaks, oaks, more oaks. Alright guys, well, as you can see, I'm sweaty. It is hot. Well, it's not even like terribly hot, it's just like, there is no wind whatsoever. I'll turn the camera on in a second, but you can see the leaves behind me are not moving at all. There's no breeze, no wind. It looks like it's just the dense smokiness still. The haze is kind of in the coulee and the bluffs again. It's just hazy, but it's still a nice day to be out on top of the bluff here. Let me get this camera turned around. Alright guys, I think we're gonna go back down. I didn't plan to shoot a lot of like high up aerial photography today. I didn't bring a telephoto out. I just got my 22mm with me, so, but you know, can't beat that view. It's just nice being up here. I got some good pics on the way up. Some decent ones, I think. I'll have to review, but yeah, you know, I don't really shoot a lot of, you know, high up aerial photography a whole lot. You know, when I see a good opportunity to take a photo up here, I will, but unless I plan on bringing my telephoto up, you know, I won't really shoot a lot of pictures once I'm up here, but definitely still will just sit down and relax for a little bit, take in the sight. But we're gonna start the trek back down. Again, I'm wearing like only shorts, so. And I saw a tick coming up my leg earlier, so don't want to stay out here too long, I guess, but we'll see. Alright guys, it's just an idea of how steep it is up here. Go straight down pretty much. Looks like they almost clear cut this a little bit ago, but this is the trail I'm on. Right next to this rock face, it's like a quarry. Beautiful. Okie dokie. Alright, what's up, guys? So, hope you enjoyed the field footage. So, you should be able to see my screen. So, basically, I would just want to take you through the process, pretty much, the full process of kind of editing some of these photos, too. So, let's get into it. I'm going to try and make this relatively as quick as I can. Well, I mean, obviously I'm going to take my time and look at these closely, but I need to do some cardio today, so let's get into it. So yeah, I already selected out, I think there's four photos from that little excursion that I think are pretty cool. And guys, bear in mind, this is my first time kind of doing all of this stuff for the channel, so bear with me here. But anyways, so yeah, I wasn't gonna obviously record me selecting. You can see how many photos I'm going through here, but I wasn't gonna record me selecting these. But kind of picked out some of the ones that I thought stood out the most that I think are pretty cool, so let's take a look. So these are raw photos, unedited. So we're going to turn them into finished products right now. So this is the first. I like this one a lot. If you guys are just listening, I can kind of explain them too. Kind of looking at some bluff shots with some nice kind of sun rays beaming down on the bluffs, nice foliage, and I captured some birds here too flying, which I thought was pretty cool. This next one, I really like the framing on this one. Just really kind of dense woods. You can really kind of see. You can kind of see way in the distance there the bridge. Down in the city again. Kind of we're up in the bluffs up here. So I was really trying to pick out some cool framing. This one I thought was pretty neat. I saw while I was walking up the trail. Obviously, there's a lot of huge ferns all over the place. I saw a spider crawling along one of them. Some sunlight hitting it, that golden hour sunlight. And then, last but not least, just kind of I just thought this one was kind of cool. It's really hazy in this one, you can tell. Just getting a nice shot of kind of the suburb area, a little farm. You can see a little farm down there too. But the shot is super hazy, you can tell. This is where I sat up on that rock, took that little video. But let's get into this first one. So I use Photoshop and Lightroom Classic to edit everything. I'll take you guys through kind of all this. What is this? I don't want that. Hang on. My settings are messed up right now. 1 second, guys. Okay, never mind. All right, so in Photoshop, and again, if you guys are just listening, basically just open this up in Photoshop. Right away, just gonna save it, or I guess first, let's make a new folder in here. Just call it originals. Okay. And yeah, so at least for my knowledge, when I edit everything, it's going to be in the TIFF file format, and we'll just call this sunlight on bluffs. I guess I can do that. Okay. So let's crop this up. I usually like to use like 8x10 on this, and really in a lot of my photos, what I'm trying to do is just, I like to keep my photos relatively kind of simple, at least right now. Let's crop this. Honestly, in the middle kind of looks good. Yeah, right about. See, I want to incorporate like a lot of the bluff line, and then some of the other ones in this scene. And I also kind of like to use these kind of match lines just to kind of center it up and stuff. That looks about right. What was I gonna say? Yeah, when I was looking at some of these other photos, I'm gonna do that one more time. I was trying to decide basically like how much of this of like the down valley portion I wanted to include in the photo, and how much of the, oh Jesus Christ, how much of the bluff line to include, like how to portion it out basically. Oh my god. Okay, select. Wait, what a second. There we go. Okay, now I can move the crop box. Photoshop can honestly sometimes be a little finicky. Okay, that looks good. Alright, and yeah, so this will be the first photo in the fall set, even though this is like, so this was July 30th, but, you know, we're still going with fall. So, yeah, that looks pretty good. And you can see even when we're this far away, like I was still getting some pretty decent focus on this. Like it's a little bit, there's a little bit of scatter, color scatter, but not too bad realistically. So yeah, that looks pretty damn good. Do I want to include more of this guy? See, I'm so damn picky. I think I might. Maybe just a tad more. Honestly, like the crop, the cropping portion of your photos, at least to me, is like one of the most important parts, because you're basically setting up like how your eye is going to be like directed, if that makes any sort of sense. Okay, so let's add some curves. You guys will come to understand that I usually I rely on curve settings a lot of the time, most of the time. All right. And let's make sure my display, I need to figure out the damn brightness setting on this monitor. No. No, that's not it. Whatever. I can do it later. Okay, anyways. So curves. Let's bring this out a bit. So definitely want to bring up the lower end, because this is really dark on the low end of the bluff. And again, I'm trying to stay I always try to stay relatively like minimal with kind of the edits and stuff. I just kind of like the natural look of photographs. I don't like over blasting my photos with edits. So in this one, I kind of just want to focus on bringing out the tree line in the lower portion of the photograph with some light, but also keeping the sun rays not blown out, you know? Because that can be a problem a lot of the time when you are raising light, or like raising it's technically like the whites the white color patterns in the photographs when you're raising them, it can blow out like the already very bright portions of your photos. And if you have like a lot of sky, it's like even though this day, like this photo has a lot of clouds, there's obviously still a lot of light in it, which is cool. So I think around this looks pretty good. Maybe bring this up like a little bit. It's okay. Like I find even like blowing the sky out a little bit too can honestly create kind of a cool effect. At least from my perspective. And we'll blow this out even more, add more whites down here later on. Curves are like this, like the the first or second most behind cropping, I would say. At least for me. In terms of importance. Because of curves, obviously you're messing with like the whole, you're manipulating the colors the most. What do you guys think? I think that looks pretty good. And sorry if you guys get annoyed by all my clicking. My mouse clicks, but I like to toggle on and off just the viewer just to see my changes, see the pattern of changes. Okay, I think that looks pretty good. Can still see the sun rays. The tree line has popped out a lot more. Okay. Let's add some little bit of saturation. I don't mess with saturation a whole lot, especially with in terms of like, I guess in like the big foliage months. Everything is already so green, like you don't need to blow it out much more with color, with the saturation. We'll go with 8. Again, pretty simple edits. Like, I don't do anything too crazy. And I found a lot of the other tools in here, like unless I'm going nuts with a photo, I need to dehaze that skyline. We can do that in Adobe Classic though. I don't know. I found a lot of the other tools, they're kind of just useless to me. Like obviously I'll use like Sharpen, which I'm going to do right now, but kind of a lot of the other stuff in terms of what I do, I don't really use it a lot of the other tools too much outside of like curves, saturation, sharpening, kind of the basic ones. So I just want to bring out the ridge line a little bit. I have sharpening set to like 10%. Just to add a little bit of clarity. And even though this is hazed, I still think it's cool that you can kind of see some buildings down there. So I want to sharpen this up a little bit as well. Just a touch. Obviously, guys, I'm not working with like the most crazy camera. It's not like the most, in focus or like perfect photo, but, I still work with it and take photos that I like. So that's all that really matters. Merge all those layers, and we should be set to export this. Or excuse me, save it. Okay. And let's go to Lightroom Classic. How about it? Oh, no. Okay, let's just open it from here. Import. I don't know what programs, or can I just drop this in here? I don't know what programs you guys all use, but I know a lot of people mainly rely on like Photoshop and like Lightroom, stuff like this. Hope you guys have had a good weekend, or hope you guys are having a good week whenever you're listening to this. Alright, so we are in Lightroom Classic. Really, Lightroom Classic, I utilize it just for like, masks, and some of the kind of color tools here, but other than that, not a whole lot. So I like to bring up the clarity a little bit right away. Adds a little bit of sharpness to things. And it's just really easy. It's just a sliding bar. I don't do much. This tool can get super overpowered. Like, yeah. So I'm just bumping it up to like 3. Even that's like crazy. If you zoom in, like, it gets pretty nuts. So you want to be careful. At least I do. Let's do a little bit. Well, and then dehazing is like kind of the opposite of clarity, so we'll put a dehaze mask on there. Vibrance, yeah. Let's bring up the vibrance a little bit. Why not? Give it some more vibrance. Everybody likes a little bit of vibrance. You know what I'm saying? That vibrance. Those good vibes. Yeah, I don't do much on that. I don't do much on these sliding bars in terms of numbers, in terms of like the stack. You can go up to like 100. I'm doing like 2. So, you guys know what I mean when it comes to like simple edits. Temperature, yeah, let's bring that to I like bringing my temp down, or to like into the yellows. But always is nice. I don't bring it into the blues ever. Too much blue just overpowers everything. Because you already have a lot of blue color in your photographs as they are, The sky is blue, for fuck's sake, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's blue shading in blue colors in photos, regardless, So, I guess in the winter months, maybe for winter photos it could be cool, but yeah. Okay, do I want more yellow? I don't know. I like giving it kind of in the fall. I like giving it yellow, kind of yellow fades in the colors. Okay, let's work with some masks here. Let's first do the sky. How about it? All right, perfect. See, I mean the masks in Lightroom Classic are really nice. So we're gonna dehaze this. Dehaze the crap out of this, you know? Why is this am I on the mask? No, I'm not. I'm on the no, yep, I need to be up here. Wrong slide bar. Right? Yeah. Yep. Okay, can I zoom in? Let's see this. Let's go crazy. Yeah, okay, I'm on the right one. Dehaze, dehaze, dehaze. And that basically brings down the sharpness as well. Let's dehaze it at 10 maybe. Sorry if this commentary is dull. Again, this is like the first time I'm doing this, so still need to work into it, but at least you guys can see kind of the back end edits and stuff, you know, that's kind of the idea. Okay, I think that's probably good. We'll go to 10. It just kind of like the dehazing, I mean, obviously on like this day too, like the tool itself speaks for it. Like the tool speaks for itself. It dehazes stuff, so it brings down the sharpness, makes things look smoother. It's also making that look. That's also making the sky look darker for some reason, which is kind of weird. I kind of like that though. That's really cool, actually. So I'm not sure if that has to do with the clouds, which it probably does, but it's making the clouds darker, which works for me very well in this situation because it's also bringing out the sun rays, or the outline of the sun rays even more. So that's fucking cool. That is cool. Alright, damn, we're already at 25 minutes. Holy shit. Okay, well, I think... Okay, we're going to do one more... We're going to do one more layer here. Radial gradient. Give this a little rotation. So we're just adding even more exposure to the bottom portion of this photograph. Because why not, you know? We need to see what's there. Not that much. That looks pretty good. I'm liking that. See how much more you can see. That was a terrible sentence. See how much more you can see? Do you see that? Are you guys seeing that? Not if you're listening. If you're only listening, I apologize. But we're basically making the tree lines, brighter. Because at the end of the day, when I was taking this photo, like the contrast, it's hard. It's hard to photograph. I mean, this was kind of an exception because there's more of a cloud line in this photo. But because of the obviously the main focus of this photo is the sun rays, and I want I need to be able to see those, but I also want to be able to see the bluffs, so I needed to set my exposure settings on my camera when I was taking the photo to the right settings where I knew I was kind of planning, for the future. Right. I was going to expose the light more in the sky and then come in the editing process and do this. So that can kind of help you maybe when you're taking your photos, you can kind of plan for the editing stage. At least I think that's a good idea. That's what I do. When I'm taking my photos out in the field, a lot of times, like, I'll set my settings and my exposure settings and whatnot to stuff that I know I can have a easy time kind of messing with in Photoshop. And I don't have to stress too much about the lighting and the colors because they're already kind of set up for me already in the photo, in the raw photo. Excuse me. Okay, I think that's pretty freaking good. Guys. If you're just listening. Okay, I'm going to turn the dehazing down to 10 on the sky because it's honestly looking like... I mean, that's pretty nuts. Like, look at that. That's nuts. That's crazy contrast when that happens. But it's just too much. I mean, it looks pretty cool, but I'm not going for, like, an apocalyptic scene here. I want things to look... I like when things look natural, kind of in photographs. If that makes any sense. That's just my style. And also, I don't necessarily have the crazy editing skills to graphically turn things into something they're not, I mean, I could build those editing skills, and I probably, that's something I probably will do. Sometime at some point in the future. Who knows? Okay, I need to finish this up. So we're gonna do this. We're just kind of gonna angle this, this kind of exposure mask here on the bottom in a way that it lights it up in kind of a natural way, working with the sun rays, right? Kind of the angle of the sun rays matching that exposure line. And I'm going to turn that up just a tad. Let's go to 80. Yeah. Okay. Looks good. All right. Done and done. Looks good to me. All right, let's save this bad boy. Should we do another? Damn, half hour already. Holy bejesus. See, though, I take my time, guys. I take my time when I edit these. I care about the end. Sunlight on Bluffs. And by the way, guys, when these get posted to the final season collection on JPEG Store. the naming of them may change from like now until when I post them, because obviously before I post them I want to like finalize things, like look over it one more time, maybe give it a touch up, but at least you guys can see the initial editing process. Okay, that all looks good. All right, so that was that one. You guys can see here kind of the before and after. I like that. See, it's like nothing crazy, but enough to where it really makes it pop more. And I might go back and kind of mess with that lighting a bit. But I like that one a lot. That was a cool shot. That was a cool shot. Oh, should we do one more? I'm not going to get to all 4, that's for damn sure. Holy crap. No way. I don't want to make these videos like crazy long. I want to make them like long enough to where they're digestible in like one sitting. This one was cool. I like this one. The framing on that is pretty nuts. Like, just with the problem is like the bridge in this is so tiny. It appears so tiny. Take my glasses off. Kind of hurting my head. And I don't really take a lot of close-up shots, like close-up photos. So this was kind of a unique photo for me, like with the spider one on the fern. I really like how it turned out, though. Just like even the unedited photo, I think it's pretty cool. Just the lighting in it, and I got some pretty crazy focus on this guy too, the daddy long leg. So even just with the regular old Canon, I got it around here somewhere, can get some pretty nice photos. This one was nice. This is where we had the talk sitting on the rock. Yeah, it's so hazy, dude. Fucking A. That's nuts. I kind of like this, though, too, because it brings in that yellow tone. The more fall feeling, Oh, let's edit one more, shall we? I'm feeling it. And then I got to go hit cardio. Obviously, I'm going to wrap it up, but we'll go hit cardio. Oh, should I do the spider? We just did a vertical photo, though. I want to do a horizontal. So let's go to the bridge, the big blue bridge one. On top of getting a vantage point view again. Okay. Yeah, okay. Jesus. It's been a long day, long weekend, folks. I've been working, trying to get these freaking videos put together for you guys. And show you, kind of get this new format rolling. I hope you guys are enjoying kind of, at least, I like doing these photos, anyways, on my own time. So I figured, well, why not just like put together a format where I can bring you guys into it, and just to like see the process, may as well. Who have, just for shits and giggles. Okay, let's name this Big Blue. Big Blue. Just Big Blue? Or Big Blue Bridge? Let's just go with Big Blue. The Big Blue Bridge. Yep. All right. TIFF. Yep. Okay. Boom. All right. Let's crop this bad boy, shall we? Okay. So with horizontals, I like to. So mine are formatted in 16. No. 4x6, 2x3. In their original formatting. You know, I like that. I like that crop style. I like this, but I also like 5x7 even more because it's a little bit tighter. It's like it's still horizontal, but it's a little bit it's narrower, more narrow on the sides. So it kind of brings things into where are my damn layers? Into it kind of brings things more into focus. Check the focus on this. I mean, even from this far away, I mean, I'm miles away from this bridge, you know? And you can still make it out. You can still make out the outline, which is pretty sick. It's pretty sick. You know, the lighting was hitting right. I saw the frame. Look at I like this especially with the leaves kind of making a circle. They make like a circle frame around the bridge in the city. And then also, I thought this was cool. Look at those leaves. Look at those damn leaves. Look at those goddamn leaves. They're red. They're red, folks. They're red. That's why this season is fall. That's why we started in fall, not summer, you know? Okay, let's crop this bad boy. Enough freaking yapping, jeez. Need to make this video. Need to wrap it out. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Honestly, should I keep the original crop? Should I keep the original crop? Oh, it's nice. I don't even know if like cropping this would even make sense. Because I like this border with the tree. And this is like this is the only way I would be able to crop this. If I cut out the border and I mean, I could do that. It centers this a little bit more. It centers the focus point of the photo a little bit more. But at what cost? At what cost? You know? Do I want to cut out the tree border? Is that what I want to do? Is that what I want to do, folks? Let's try it. I like that. That works. That works. Oh, shit. What did I just do? What the fuck? No, I don't want to zip. Radio paste. Interesting. Oh, I pasted a zip file in here. Okay. Weird. Do I go 5x7? Do I go 5x7 on this? Or keep it a little bit more wide with the 4x6 and do crop? Damn, this is tough. See, this is what happens. This is what happens with cropping. You don't have to crop your photographs. Like, it's not really necessary, I guess, but I just think, you know, it's a good thing to do. And plus, if you ever want to print, like if you ever want to print your photos, having them in a already like formatted cropped state is the most ideal, because then you can just print in that size that you already have it cropped to. You know, you don't have to worry about going back and cropping or whatever. Damn, I don't know what to do. Either one of these look good. Like, I guess at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter if it's a 4x6 or 5x7. I kind of like 5x7 though. There's just something about it. Excuse me, Jesus. Like, there's just something about it. I don't know. Is that center? Yeah, that looks pretty freaking nice. Let me do 4x6 one more time. So basically what we're looking at here, folks, if you're just listening, is I am buried in foliage at this point when I'm taking this photo. Buried in foliage. I'm kind of walking, well, where I was taking this photo. I was walking down this trail basically on top of the bluff. Okay, let me crop this first and get this over with before I start explaining all of this nonsense. Because I can't do too many things at once. I can multitask, but not that well. Oh my god, guys, this is like, see, I think this is why I have like OCD or some shit, some minimal form of like, I don't know. I feel like this is, I mean, I do get obsessive over this stuff though. This is what I love to do. So we might be going with 4x6. Folks. We might be doing it. I just like, I don't know. That's feeling right. It's just like, it's such a minimal difference, but it's enough to where I want to make sure that the one that I kind of go with is right, you know? I think we're going with that. We're going with it. Okay. Done. Okay. Jeez Louise. It takes some time, you know? It takes some time. Oh, shit. Let's sharpen first. Usually, actually, yeah, so that's the thing. Usually, I sharpen the photo first because I just think it turns out better. I just think sharpening over a bunch of layers that you've already saved down can kind of mess with quality a little bit. At least I've found in my editing experience. I don't want to be zoomed in that much to do this sharpening. I basically just want to kind of get the outline around the main point of focus here. Again, I'm only working with like 10%. Do that one more time. Should we go to 1,000 pixels for the brush size? That's pretty big. Let's do it. I want to get like this birch sharpened too. Get the birch tree sharpened. We might have to do this in 2 goes, which I don't really like doing. So when I sharpen things in photographs, I am pretty particular. Like I don't know. I don't enjoy going over things twice usually, because then it just doubles up and can get pretty. It can get pretty nuts with the haziness of it. I don't know. It can kind of just mess with how it looks once you start layering over once you start layering over things with the brush. A lot of the times, it can start looking kind of messed up. I should probably do this as well. I'm going to bump this up a little bit. Let's go to 13. Just for the center of focus. The big blue bridge, the big blue. Alrighty. I think sharpening is looking good. 5:10. Damn, boys. I need to get onto my cardio. I need to hit the back. I've been running more so lately. Well, not like the past weekend, but I hit like 4 or 5 weekends in a row of hitting the trails. It felt fucking good, but damn, dude, like running can it gets pretty nuts on your joints. I got to be careful, and I got a bad knee, so I got to be careful here and there. So I like to do kind of biking. I like to biking, and that's good for like bodybuilding too and shit. If you guys are into that stuff and hitting the gym. That's contradictory as I hit the vape. Bad habits. I need to kick that eventually, which I will. But anyways, let's get back to this photo. Let's add some curves. How about it? Again, I do not want to blow out the sky. Do not want to blow out the sky. But I do want to lighten up the foreground a little bit. That's always a good idea. You can never go wrong with lightening up the foreground a little bit. At least in my experience. Unless you want a really spooky vibe, you know? If you're taking a photo around like Halloween time, or it's winter, it's dark, cold, and sad, then you can go with, and only then will you go with dark foregrounds. Dark foregrounds are to be used in seasons of depression. I guess that can also be summer too. Sorry, didn't mean to get dark on you guys, literally. I'm talking about darkening up foregrounds and the seasons in which to use them. But in this particular photograph, there's so much sharp light that you don't want to be going. I don't want to be going too crazy with it, you know? I don't want to be going too nuts with this, because otherwise it's going to be like, it's going to be looking like it's, you know, I'm standing on the surface of the sun. I don't want that. I want nice, smooth, kind of darks to lights. Ooh, that looks nice right in there. See, guys, curves are tough. at least in my opinion, because you can really mess it up really quick. Like watch it, look, you can just be stupid with it. You can just get really dumb. You can just get really dumb with it, and I mean, no editing style is wrong. There's no editing style or photography style. Kind of goes for everything. I mean, there kind of goes for everything in life, I guess. Everybody's just kind of got their own style in everything they do. There's nothing wrong with it. There's nothing wrong with anybody's style unless it's like some hateful thing. Don't be hating. You can't be hating on other people, but anyways, I'm going off on a tangent. Everybody's got their own style of how they like to do things. And this is just mine. This is just this is the type of style that kind of, it satisfies me, it makes sense to me. And my style has changed throughout my, I'm getting into some good talk now, some good ideas, some good tangents as I mess with the saturation. What should we bring this up to, guys? I'm not going to lose my train of thought, but what should we bring this up to? Anyways. Yeah, everybody's got their own style. Like, this is just, like, these are the types of edits that make sense to me in terms of what I'm doing or like the image that I'm trying to capture and share with people. I've seen there's countless, it's like millions, there's so many different types of styles of photography. And I'm not talking about AI photography either here, folks. I'm talking about real people like me that are doing it themselves. Did we just go 10? Oh, man, I don't know. That kind of looks good, though. 10 saturation looks good. I rarely go over 10. Yeah, let's freaking do it. We already got it sharpened, too. We're looking good on this. We're looking good. But, yeah. I mean, what I was going to say, too, is that, my style of photography and how I make my edits, really like everything. It's changed throughout years and years. I mean, this has been a hobby of mine for, I don't know how long. A decade? Who the hell knows at this point? I'm getting old. Lose track of time, But my point is that the types of photos that I'm creating 5 years from now may not look anything like this. They may be completely different. And there's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with trying to do something new, That's what I'm trying to do with these goddamn videos, which I hope you guys are watching. Well, I could care less, to be honest. I mean, it's cool. It's dope as hell if you're watching, kind of tagging along for the ride. But I'm kind of doing this, just for myself too. Just kind of having fun with it. Just putting these out there to share with the peeps. We got the technology to do it nowadays, so I guess figure why the hell not? Who the hell's stopping me? So. Let's add some. We are in Photoshop Lightroom Classic now. Let's add some. I don't want to add any layers yet. So let's. I need to delete that. Layer. Fuck. How do I get rid of it? Did I get rid of it? Okay. Yeah, I didn't create it yet. We're good. No worries. Bringing up that clarity a little bit. Again, I like to always bring a little bit of clarity to my photos. Because who doesn't, of course you want a little bit of clarity. Who doesn't want a little bit of clarity to the photos in life, you know? It's like a superpower. You need a little bit of clarity, but too much clarity, and it's looking like that. You're just seeing through walls. Could get a little crazy. You don't want to be going crazy. You don't want to be going crazy with the clarity. You want to be keeping the seat of your pants. What the hell am I saying right now? Jesus, it's getting late. I need to get my goddamn cardio. All right, we're bringing up the vibrance to 4. Do I want to do that? I think I do. It's already so vibrant, though. Oh, God. This photo's already so vibrant. Do I need to bring up the vibrance anymore, guys? I don't know. It looked pretty fucking good. I think it looks damn good to me. Damn, we're running out of an hour now. I didn't plan on it being this long. I thought I was going to get through 4 photos. That is not the case. I'm going to check the video quick. Jesus. Boy. Are we charging? Okay, that could have been bad. That could have been really bad. Holy shit. I walk over to the video, to the camera. It's got 10%, or it's got the warning, 10% battery left. I thought I had it plugged in, apparently not. So, holy shit. It's plugged in now. We're good. No worries. I'm glad I freaking checked, though. I'm going to run and get some water quick, and then we're going to wrap this up. All right. So let's bring up this foreground even a little bit more. Yeah. Man, this was a cool spot too. I want to come back here in like October when the leaves are going crazy. You know, you find those spots here and there in those frames where you're just like, damn, I need to come back and then see this in a different setting, a different season, see what other opportunities may arise. Coming back to this spot in like the thick of fall, that would be pretty nuts. That would be pretty crazy. So you can kind of do that too when you're going through your work. You can figure out places that you can go back to, or that you'd like to go back to, or have an inclination to go back to. And you can go back there if you like. And it's just a good way to see the change in things over time around you in your environment. especially through different seasons and whatnot. Damn, this looks pretty good. I don't think I need to do much else to this. Maybe give it a little bit more of exposure down in the valley, down at the Big Blue Bridge down there. Is that looking pretty good? I think so. Give that a little bit of exposure, not too much. It's pretty hazy down there. Pretty hazy down there in the valley. There's this thing that happens in the valleys and the coulees around here where it just I don't know. I forget the effect, the atmospheric effect, but it's something to do with the pressure, I believe. The pressure of the atmosphere is different, you know? Because right where I'm standing up here in this photo, for example, is, I think it's like 500 to 600 feet above sea level. Not very high. It's not like I'm on a goddamn mountain or anything, but it's high enough where down at the river, down at the Old Miss, down there, it's high enough where it can create kind of weird atmospheric pressure things with like fog and haze and stuff like that. So that's interesting. You can kind of get like weird things going on with clouds and whatnot. I don't know, weird stuff. Weird things. Just weird things. I'm just going to bring down the exposure of the sky a little bit and dehaze this. I'm going to dehaze this a little bit. There's just too much goddamn haze, guys. These freaking wildfires, man. Props to the wildfire fighters. Respect to the wildfire fighters. Holy shit. Up in Canada, oh my god. I cannot even fucking imagine. Can you imagine the amount of mosquito bites? The amount of shit that you're dealing with on a daily basis. Oh boy. I got a pretty good idea of what that was like. Pretty good idea. Oh, my eyeball. A little bit itchy. Okay. Can I bring down this exposure a little bit? Oh my fuck. Fuck that. Let's put on these glasses. I promise we're going to be done soon. I promise. Bear with me. Please. Okay, so bringing down the exposure of the sky a little bit. Bringing down that exposure. We want it to be popping in contrast a little bit. We don't want it blown out. We gotta have a little bit of fuck. Did I get something in my eye, actually? No. I think I'm good. Ugh. I think we're good. Okay. That's freaking done. I want to bring this up a little bit. Just a tad. Extend that. How much is this at? 54. Let's bring it up to just exposing the foreground a little bit more, guys. Not by much. But I want it to be exposed enough where it draws your attention to the center of the photo. Foregrounds are important. Because a lot of the times it's the bottom half of the photo, and it can be a real eye grabber. So you gotta be careful with it. I think that looks pretty damn good. We are exporting that, and we are done. And we are going to wrap it out. Now I know I showed you guys two other photos here. Let me take a peek one more time for you guys. So just so you can see what will be coming in this first batch of photos for the fall season collection. So those are going to be the first two. Got them on camera for you guys to see the editing of them. But obviously we're running over an hour right now, so I'm not gonna make this a crazy long episode. But the other two, obviously, that I'm kind of looking at editing here, the spider photo on the fern with the sunlight, the golden sunlight. Again, don't take many of these close-up photos, but I like that one. It's cool. And we're coming in on October. Halloween, spiders, it makes sense. I love Halloween, favorite holiday. And then we got this photo. Again, kind of a little bit of a suburb area here. Little farmhouse, ridgeline, real nice. Just kind of crazy haze though. So maybe including those two in this. Going to be including those two in this upcoming. These upcoming fall collection here. And then obviously I've got other photos here, guys, that I'm going to be looking over. So there's a possibility I could include some stuff. I could include some other photographs into the set, and I'm not gonna record all of the editing for those. So, but at least for every episode that I'm gonna do here, I'm at least gonna get one or two behind the scenes edits into the episode that you guys can follow along or just skip through if you'd like. Doesn't really matter. So yeah, that should pretty much do it. We'll hop off that screen. You guys should be just seeing me now. But yeah, just to close it out. So that photo shoot was July 30th, 2023. Good little hike there. Probably going to go back to that spot sometime in the fall. Who knows? Probably will. It's got some good vantage points, some good frames that I was picking out. So had fun with it. I'll be posting those to the collection. Those will be the first photographs up there. So I guess it's kind of historical in a sense. And then so this weekend, it's August 13th right now. I spent this weekend filming the field footage for episode 2. Which will be coming. And then again, those photos and all of the upcoming photos that you guys are going to be seeing are going to be kind of uploaded as we go here to the fall season collection on JPEG Store, which is built on the Cardano blockchain. So there'll be NFTs, just basically, digital one-of-one photos, represented as NFTs on the blockchain. So that's pretty cool. Just, a different way of creating art and stuff that I think is cool, and I'm going to try sticking with it going forward. So, I guess hope you guys are enjoying, or hope you guys enjoy the upcoming videos and this kind of format of doing them, seeing the whole process of stuff. So, I'll catch you guys in the upcoming episode. So, peace out. Have a good rest of your day, good rest of your morning, night, whatever it may be. See you guys on the next one.